We'll go ahead and call that the end of a sequence. We did ankle pick, leg drag, and then far side armbar or knee on belly, far side armbar. And then, so this actually does continue with this, but now we're going to start from a defensive point of view. So we're going to start, the first thing is we're going to escape the armbar, and then we're going to build a sequence off of that. So there's a few main concepts to understand when, so real quick before that, because we got some new people, I'm going to show, just make sure everyone has a good armbar first. So armbar is when their arm is in between my legs, and I'm pinching my knees here. One leg's over their face, one leg's over their body. Sometimes, like that far side armbar we did, you'll end up with like your instep right here, pinching here. But like when I taught that, I always say like if you hit this armbar, their arms are like pretty extended already, you could finish right here. But if you get here and they start defending and you can't finish right away, then I always get that foot out and come here, and then I battle from here. I don't want to spend a lot of time here. This is when it's like done, finish, take the armbar. But if they start defending and fighting, I'm going to go back here. But to do the armbar, just a good proper armbar, the closer my butt is to her shoulder, the better. So if you're like smaller, you can like drive in this way towards them. Or if you're like bigger, I just pull them into me here. And you see how she's almost, her back's exposing and she's looking that way? That's really good. That's way better. Because the exact opposite, when she starts going this way and turning this way, this is when her elbow's starting to come out and she gets away. So the farther she's doing this, the better. So pinch my knees here. And then her thumb points the opposite direction of the elbow. So if it's this way, her elbow's this way, I'm just going to turn the opposite way, and I'm going to put her elbow against my fulcrum. And then I pinch, keep my knees pinched, and I raise my hips up, and I pull to get the armbar break. So if you're brand new, then we'll help you on the side, but I'm not going to spend too much time on that. It's pretty simple. But now for the escape. So the most basic concept of all is she has to straighten my arm, right? So if I'm here and my arm's bent and she can't straighten my arm, then I'm not getting armbarred, right? So this can buy you some time for a while. And the most basic way people try to get out of an armbar is they'll be sitting here and they'll be pulling, and they'll try to lull them to sleep a little bit. And then what they try to do, the most simple, like instinctive way, is they rip this elbow downwards. And once my elbow comes out from this side of her thighs, she can't armbar me here. She can crank on my forearm, but unless she's like superhuman strong, she's not going to break anything right there. So that's the most basic way. So the most basic way to get there from a technical point of view is we go to the rear naked choke to buy us some time, and this hand swims under the knee right here, and I grab the thigh right here. And then so this is a good strong grip. I can buy some time. And then what else did I say for her to get the break? She's going to have to like lay down and arch her hips up here. So I can throw my legs this way, get to my knees, and drive up here. And if you notice her knees, if I keep her knees to her face, she has to extend her legs to armbar me, right? So if I keep her knees to her face, I'm safe here. So from here, I can just kind of like jerky motions until my arm comes free. And then I'm in a really good spot to pass. So that's the most basic one. I think I taught that last time we were doing some defense stuff. I probably shot the one I'm about to show too, but that's like core concepts you should understand. You should have that in your game, and make sure you drill that one too. But now I'm going to show more like the way I tend to get out of arm bars. So most of the time, if someone's going for an arm bar as they're coming and this arm's going or this leg's going over my face, right there I block that knee. And then until she gets, another concept that I said, pinch your knees, until she gets her knees pinching, she's not going to armbar me. I feel fine here. It's just like the leg locks. I always talk about spreading their knees apart. So as long as her knee isn't coming together here, and then the other part that this helps me is her legs out on my face. So if her face or her legs here, when I start to come up, she can hamstring curl and control me quite well right there. So if I'm here, I'm free now. My head can move, and I can move and start changing my angles and getting my arm out. But the main thing is when it's coming, I can block the knee here. When she's bringing it over, I just block the knee here. And then you can find some ways to like wiggle and find your way out of here. You'll see that they're way weaker with holding your elbow in here tight without their legs in play. The main thing I do is I'll get my elbow out a little bit here, and then I'll swim in here and go to like this leg drag hook right here. And then I have something to pry with, and I end up in like a leg drag or something like that. So that's a really good concept anytime you can tell you're about to get armbarred. But if they already did get that leg over my face here, then kind of the same thing. I swim under here, and usually I have enough that I can sit up and move this a little bit, and I just need to grab here. So now this can take over and protect me, not for very long. She's the 2-on-1, it's gonna be stronger, but long enough that I can do that same thing. I come here and I bring this knee in here and I start flexing and I make that little twister hook kind of position here. And once this takes over, then this one can come in here. And now I feel safe. She can pull and pull, pull. Even if she got my arm here, like I feel safe. Look how wide her knees are. And I can slowly work to get out and come here. So in here, I gotta block, save myself here. I got a rear naked choke. I can kind of swim in here, get this open, and bring this hand here. And now from here, I just want to separate her knees as far as possible here, and then start this. I like this twister hook right here, coming in here, and she doesn't like it, so she's letting go. Any questions? That's the best way out of arm bars. After 16 years of jiu-jitsu, I just don't let them pinch their knees together. If they don't pinch their knees, they're not finishing me with an arm bar. That's the most, I'd say, the easiest way to break it down. Any questions? All right, ready?